Film's inherent purpose is to make you feel things. And these are the films that made me feel a lot of different things for different reasons. Let's get into it. Actually, I'm going to warm up to this one. That's better. My favorite Yorgos movie, The Lobster, very much explores, are we worth anything if we're just alone? And this is a film that is built in a society where you are not allowed to not be in a couple, or they'll just turn you into an animal and send you back into the woods. I think it's a really crazy concept, but kind of talks about how people get ostracized if they're not in a couple after a certain point. And what are you willing to sacrifice in yourself that's authentic to you in order just to have another person? I think this movie does it perfect. The ending shot just makes me feel all sorts of things, but in general, love this movie. This evokes warmth through remembering. America doesn't really talk about death all that much. It's kind of a taboo topic. But in Mexico, it's celebrated. Your family's not gone. They're just on the other side of the wall of life, waiting for you. And it's a lot about memory, remembrance. And as a person who has dealt with people who have had memory problems, I think that this movie handles all of them so beautifully, and it makes me cry every time. My favorite Charlie Kaufman is when Michel Gondry does it. This movie, again, the feeling here is about when a relationship is so bad, would you rather have forgotten it than to have lived it at all? And this sort of creates that fantastical scenario where if you're missing somebody so much, would you rather just not remember them? And I think it explores all of this so beautifully in this kind of poetic, sort of ethereal dream. And I think Jim Carrey is incredible here. I love when he does drama, and yeah, big feels on this one. Often the things that make us feel the most are the things that we had the least. A lot of us didn't have the perfect friend group, and some people still don't. And this movie is kind of about that made family and about what it feels like to be home with people, even if they're broken people, lost people. And it's just so beautifully woven, and the soundtrack's amazing, and Perks is everything. Or should I say, infinite. Most movies are about people that change. Very few that are done well are about the person that changes the world around them. Forrest Gump, my favorite way to observe history with this guy. And I think it's just so full of heart and warmth, even in some of the darkest spots in history. My favorite. Life is so precious. Don't waste it. Be present. And this movie's all about that. It's a sleeper. And if you haven't watched it, bring some tissues. And some just make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. And that movie is the pinnacle of it for me. Let me know which ones you feel the most about. And follow for more.